Good afternoon, traders. I'm Michael Sabo, Senior Market Strategist with RJO Futures here in Chicago on July 7th with some commentary here in the energy markets. So let's get started here. Crude prices right now, taking a look at the August crude oil, been under pressure here most of the day, currently down about 64 cents, trading around 103.42. Brent's off about 66 cents, around 109.98, so weaker tone there. Nat gas, though, big mover of the day, off right now about 18 cents. It's about a 4% move here lower. Broke what really appeared to be a triple bottom, broke that here today. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about that, give me a call. I could get into a little bit more detail, but certainly we're seeing the market there come under some selling pressure. Complex is weaker also. RBOB's off about 3.5 cents. Heat's off about 2.25, so weaker tone across the board. And taking a look at action here today so far, it's been, a fairly quiet day, but obviously mostly weaker. S&P very quiet, but a touch weaker here today. The news, really taking a look at the fundamentals here in the oil market right now. We really have no news out of Iraq. Things are kind of quiet. So we've really been seeing, I think, fear premium come out of the market. That really kind of started here a little while back, about a week ago, but we've really just kind of seen things kind of come out of there. We've seen a lot of lower highs and lower lows, which is indicative of a bearish market. Also, Libya announcing their government, they're announcing that they're going to start, pushing and exporting oil back out again. If you recall some of my prior posts, I talked about they're having a lot of problems over there. They shut down two key oil fields. Supposedly now coming back online, but in the meantime, Saudi Arabia has already stated that they would pick up any cut in oil production. So it seems like really everyone's just kind of vying to get oil out there in the marketplace here right now. When you take a look at our total stocks, we talked about that last week. Total stocks here, we did see a draw in the total stockpiles, about 3.1 million barrels. But as I mentioned so many times here, check out the total stockpiles. Now, our total stockpiles are running around 385 million barrels. Our highest amount of oil here for this time of year is running at about 388.2 million barrels. So we're only about 3 million barrels shy of our all-time highs. In other words, I think we have plenty of oil out there. Couple that with, the technical picture here, which I think clearly the bears have been in control here for a little bit. And I think the market still is a little bit overbought. I think you can still see some pressure. I think on the August oil, we're going to target down around the 50-day moving average, which is around 101.5. The thing I want to point out here is in a few posts ago here, I talked about an inside day on crude oil. And that actually occurred on June 27th. You take a look at the high on that day, we were around 105.45. Today, as I mentioned earlier, crude currently trading around 103.42, but we did hit a low around 102.69. So certainly seeing a bit of a weaker tone here. And if you're interested in learning how to play those particular days and what that setup means, give me a call. My number's there on the screen, and we can get into a lot more detail. Futures and options on futures may involve substantial risk and may not be suitable for all investors.